Let me see. Yeah, I think we have. Yeah, we are on YouTube. So let's start. Um, Good afternoon, YouTube. We are here for another English immersion. My name is Warley, and the topic of today's immersion is navigating on social media. So we are gonna talk a little bit about this topic and how we deal with social media and technology in a way. But before to start with the questions, I would like to explain a little bit about Talk and Talk, so you can understand how this idea works and how these immersions works as well. Okay, so Talk and Talk is a conversation platform for beginner, intermediate, and advanced speakers. The focus here is to develop your fluency and your confidence as an English speaker. We don't focus on corrections, and I'm not a teacher, English teacher or a language teacher at all. So the idea is to focus on the conversation in a real environment with real questions and with real people as well. And that's the main idea. Besides English, we have other languages like Spanish, French, Italian, and German. I think we are gonna have this year, and you can see all of that on the Talk and Talk website. Okay, so with that in mind, I think we can go to the introductions, and after that, we take questions. So, Mariana, can you please introduce yourself for us?
Okay, my name is Mariana. I am 29 years old. I'm married. I live in Brasilia. I have two dogs called Zeca and Princesa. Speak English and French, and I like to play video game, watch series and movies. And that's all. And I'm a systems analyst.
Amazing, amazing. Is your first time on my immersion or not? I don't know if I'm confusing you with other person.
No, I'm here in prep. I think it's the third immersion in English, but I already participating in French, science last year. So yeah,
Nice, but with me on my immersion is your first time?
with you, yes, it's the first time.
Okay, nice, nice, amazing, amazing. And what about you, Dio? Can you please introduce yourself first?
Sure. I'm Diogo Naga, 41 years old, married. I have two boys, Lucas and who is 15 years old, Rafael who is 3 years old. I'm working in São Paulo, live in São Paulo too. Now I'm commercial manager at insurance market. Now at insurance. I don't have a little free time, but when I have it, I like to enjoy my time with study English through doing the immersions here in Talk to Talk. I have been here since June last year, and that's it.
Awesome, awesome. So, about me, my name is Warley. I'm 25. I live in Recife, Pernambuco, and I work with IT as a front-end developer. I'm also an English host here on Talk and Talk. I'm here since 2022. I have started with Spanish as a Spanish host, and nowadays I'm focused on English. I like to learn about human behavior, a little bit about neuroscience as well, about language actually. And I like to run, I like to do outside activities, and yeah, I think that's all about me. So let's start with the question number one. Um, have you ever deleted a social media account, or and why have you done it, or would you like to do that? For example, I'll start with you, Diogo. Let me know.
Uh, no, I'm not. I have a uh, Instagram, and LinkedIn. I like it, LinkedIn. Normally, I see the opportunities, interesting articles. And Facebook, I don't have. Yeah, sorry, I have it, but I don't use it. Normally, I like to watch the reels Reels in Facebook, in Instagram for my relaxed moments. But I never deleted my social account, for example. And this, I don't have TikTok. What else? I usually LinkedIn, or Instagram and Facebook for watching reels. I don't know more.
And in a general way, why don't you have a TikTok account, for example? Is there a reason for that?
Why? I don't know. My son Lucas, who is 15 years old, he has. But for
Mhm.
me, it's I don't want more one social media because I don't use it, you know. And sometimes I see my son using the talk. Sometimes we have any movies or nice, but I don't know. I don't have an interest for more one social media.
Yeah, it does make sense. And about Facebook, for example, do you use that right now?
Mm, well, now no more. When I opened my account, I had uh, 12 years ago, and in this moment I was single. And in the past, Facebook it's a good tool for contact new girls, new opportunities, you know. And I like it to post pictures about my son. In this time, in this time, I bought a Xbox 306, you know, and I had a how can I say community about games, and I like it so much to play Call of Duty. And in this time, I use it to read the articles, to read the posts about the new strategy, you know. But now I don't put more. My wife calls me when she birthday. Uh, uh, no, reclaim about me. Oh, now you don't need more post with me in my birthday. Don't love me more. You know, I don't know. I had tired. I'm the oldest, obviously, and I have focus on other things like to study, like to watch series in Netflix, for example, you know. Maybe for this.
Yeah, I understand you. In my case, for example, I have created a Facebook account a long time ago. I don't know, a lot of years ago, and I believe that after I have started to use Instagram, for example, I have stopped to use Facebook, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know, it has a lot of time, so I even don't know how Facebook works right now. I know that people nowadays focus a lot on communities, as you said, to sell something or something like that. So is that an interesting use? I believe. But I have deleted my Facebook account some years ago, I guess. And when I need to search about something specifically about games, for example, or something like that, related to the community feature of Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
nowadays I use Reddit. I don't know if you already saw about this. If you heard about this, but it's an interesting um, social media, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
and you can search about some topics, some interesting information, and something like that. It's seemed like Twitter in some ways, and I prefer. And yeah, I don't know how Facebook works nowadays, so
Mm-hmm.
it's
Uh,
I don't know.
I never had Twitter or Cheese now, for
Hmm.
example.
Hmm.
And my first social network was Orkut. Do you know Orkut?
Yeah, I have I
Yeah,
have used that.
a long time.
long time
But in
ago.
this time we don't have the smartphone. I usually in my desktop
Yeah.
in my home when the clock is, 0 o'clock we can to connect the internet because it's more low expensive. It's
Yeah.
great times.
Yeah, maybe it was my first social media, I believe, Orkut and MSN, I believe, as well. And yeah, but it has a long time ago. But it was interesting, this kind of social media. And when you look about the changes that this kind of social media had by the year, by along the time, it's interesting. So yeah, that's nice.
Yes, I like it before MSN. ICQ, ICQ?
I have no idea. It
No,
was a
oh,
social media. I had no idea.
no, like to MSN. It's a chat. How can we today
Ah,
WhatsApp or messaging today? But this time
yeah.
only method for communicating in real time with another people, like to bate-papo rooms. Do you remember
Mm-hmm.
in the past? It's very
Yeah,
famous. Isso
yeah.
aqui it's a tools as MSN tools,
Mm. Nice, nice. I haven't used that, but yeah, I believe that the one or the first one related to real communication, it was MSN for me. And after that, maybe WhatsApp, I believe. But yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
So,
And what about you, Mariana? Let me know your opinion about this question number one and all these ideas that we are talking right now.
Well, I think I deleted one account of Facebook when I was
Mhm.
young, but now I didn't delete it. Any one of my accounts. I have TikTok, but I like this TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. But Facebook, I just use for access the groups that is important for me. TikTok, I just watch the reels, I think, the videos, and Instagram, I tweet just for watch. I post one thing, but not about me. I like to post about my dog, about my 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 day, but not about me. Uh, in person, I say I post just one photo for months. I think the last photo that I posted was last year in April. I don't like to post much in my profile.
Nice. You have said that you use Facebook, for example, nowadays to see groups and something like that. Now, in a general way, how do you use Facebook or this kind of groups, for example?
Um, I have a dream of immigration, so I just use
Okay.
for it. I
Mm-hmm.
access one group that is specific for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just access the Facebook for it, and for I use this account for play. I have one game that if if I use the account of Facebook's, I can gain one reward, something like this. So I use my account for it. When I was young, I usually uh, used Facebook frequency, but even for chat with my friends, but now is rare, rare. I use WhatsApp. Yeah, is
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah, that's nice because when I think about social media in a general way and the changes that all social media had by the years, it's nice because, for example, Facebook, in the beginning, I believe it was a nice social media to chat with other people, with your friends, and to check the posts or something like that. And I don't know, right now it's more focused on other things like the groups or the community or something like that. I believe it's related to that, as you said, because other social media were developed and buy actually for Meta, and they do that better, like Instagram focus on re videos and photos and something like that, and pictures, and maybe for chat as well, and WhatsApp are focused a lot on chat in real time, and maybe Facebook it was focused on other things, Now I don't know exactly how this kind of community and groups works, as you said, but maybe it's focused more on that right now, and people use that for, I don't know, learn about something or just to connect with people with the same interests about, I don't know, immigration, as you said before. And it's nice when you see about these changes on social media, and how people use that. For example, right now or nowadays, I don't use Facebook anymore. I use Reddit for something specific things. I use Instagram for other reasons, and I use WhatsApp for communication, for example. So maybe we use the social medias nowadays for specific reasons, I don't know if it happens with you as well.
Yes, I use TikTok, for instance, for do recipes. It is very
Yeah,
useful, so I
yeah.
prefer watch one video than read. So I think it's
Hmm.
more directly for me. This working better. So, and I like to watch memes, both Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah, and for example, I do that for recipes or something like that on YouTube, for example, because I don't have TikTok as well. And I really prefer to see a video of someone explain how to do something than reading a recipe in a general way. So I also prefer. And I know that people in a general way use TikTok, for example, to learn like everything. I don't know if it happens with all the generations, but I have seen that uh, our generation or the youngers, for example, the young people, focus a lot on TikTok and use that for search for everything, It's kind of Google right now. So you can search about something that you are interested about on Google, but this kind of young people use TikTok like that, and it seems like crazy for me because TikTok for me is quite of the same of Instagram, and I don't use Instagram like that, But I don't know if TikTok works in a different way for this search, this search engine or something like that. But it's interesting, I don't know if you use TikTok in this idea as well.
Oh, I use no, I use TikTok just. I don't use TikTok for everything. I think, for instance, when I was learning French, because
Hmm.
I was going to do one exam last year, and
Hmm.
I needed to read a lot. Uh, it's just what I was thinking that time. So for me, Instagram was better. Where for example, where I was using Le Monde, Le Journal, the where they publish for it better than TikTok. TikTok I just use for recipes, but I prefer YouTube if I have the idea to study this type. I prefer YouTube, not just TikTok. I think TikTok is for fast videos only, not for something complex thing.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I don't use TikTok, but when I focus on search about something or when I have when I want to learn about something, I use YouTube a lot. And actually, for me, it's the best social media that we have. Maybe because it's not so focused on to be a social media, I believe, but it's pretty nice the way that YouTube works, and I also prefer to use that. And I don't know, maybe I don't like TikTok and I haven't installed that because it's so focused on short videos, and I know the problems related to that, and I don't like to spend a lot of time doing that. So yeah, maybe because of that. So it's an
Oh,
interesting point.
I
Yeah, go
think
ahead.
this work for the young generation. For
Hmm.
us, is a little bit difficult to use just TikTok for no, no, this is not work, not work well.
Yeah, exactly. And I know how this kind of thing works about short videos, and I use that on Instagram, for example, and I know the problems related to that. So because of that, and because of TikTok is just focused on that, uh, I hadn't installed the app, and I don't like the social TikTok in a general way. So I understand the point about the last generation, this current generation or something like that, and they use about this, but it's complicated when you think about to use short videos and to keep scrolling on short videos all the time. You spend a lot of time doing that. It's
Yes.
complicated. So, let's go to the question number two. Is related to a break and not about deleted in a general way. So, have you ever taken a break from a social media? And how long have you stayed offline, for example? Or would you like to take a break for any social media in a specific way? Let me know, Mariana, about you.
No, I think for me it's a little bit difficult because when I'm working, I need to use WhatsApp, for instance. It is crucial in my work. I need to communicate with my colleagues and the manager of my area, so it is impossible to take a break. But I think I would like to have the control of not to use so much Instagram. I use Instagram. Uh, I don't know if I have something like FOMO, kids fear of missing out. But every time I open my Instagram and I watch what is the new, so it is a little bit difficult. But I would like to have this control to stop to use the Instagram for a little while, a little time.
But do you think you have a problem, for example, to stop to use any
Yes,
social media?
Instagram. Yes, I have a problem because I have the feeling of posso dizer, um, é um enjoo rápido.
Hmm.
Even if I'm not doing nothing, tô enjoada às vezes. Então, what I'm going to do with my life, I don't know, but I use Instagram for it.
Yeah, it's it's funny because sometimes we use a social media just to relax sometimes and just to see something, or maybe because of the FOMO as well. But sometimes also we use a social media or we enter on the app just because we have boring. You have nothing to do, and well, let me check the app. So in both
Yeah,
cases, you are using that.
but like I said, for me it's a little bit difficult to stop to use. Um, I have this problem. Eu posso, eu posso ficar enjoada,
Mm.
even if I'm not doing nothing. even using the Instagram, so it's a little difficult for me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Actually, I was searching about this word specific or this expression in English, and I think you can say about enjoar, uh, enjoar de alguma coisa. It seems like I'm sick of this, or
Yeah,
I'm sick of, you know. It's an interesting
okay.
expression as well. I was searching. I didn't know how to say that as well, so I'm sick of. It's an interesting expression, and I agree with you. It's hard to stop to use, you know. As I said before, we are connected with social media and technology all the time, and it's hard to just stop to use something that has a lot of that releases a lot of dopamine on you, you know. So stop to scrolling and stop to check social media and stop this feeling of FOMO, for example. It's hard. So I understand you. It's complicated for our generation in general. It's complicated, I believe.
Yeah.
But let me know about you, Diogo. What's your opinion?
I never, how can I say? I never need to take a break uh, in social medias. And now, the promise for New Year. Since last week, especially, I started to go to the gym at night when my son is going to sleep. I enjoy this little free time for go to the gym here in my building. And I started preparing my dinner with health foods because I need to to expense lose money in delivery. And one of my roles is reduce my timing in front of my cell phone, rolling the screens, principally in the rails, because normally when I go to my bed, I like it to watch reels. This moment doing me relax. I think any funny videos, but I lose precious hours of sleep, you know. And and it's nice, it's a good moment, but for my health, it's not so too good. And since last week, I started the plan. And I don't usually lot of social medias. But reels, funny reels, do you know? I like to watch, but I need to reduce this time. And since I started here in Talk, I bought a iPad for study, you know. And many times in my iPad, I delete apps like to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube not, but why? Sometimes I was studying English, listen to the podcast, read an article in English of my English, for example, and I sometimes I finish and start another thing don't important for this moment, don't know. And I in my iPad I delete this app. But I think that's it. I don't have problem with social media. I need to delete my accounts or stop a break. But I need to reduce, principally at night, because of I need to sleep more.
Yeah, you said about your routine that you are trying to keep or to implement this year,
Mhm.
and I know that's not easy, but can you keep that right now? Is that okay for you to implement this routine? How is it going for you?
Yes, my first step was to stop smoking. I smoked in the past, and since uh, they day two of this December, I stopped because I did a surgery, and it was necessary, and I enjoyed this time in hospital to only one day for stop. And I have a little problem with my routine. That's I don't have uh, free time, because when for example, when I am working at my office, when I come back to my home, I lose normally 1 hour, 2 hours for come back. And this time, sometimes I did close with the immersions in my car while I'm driving in Talk. And I organize my routine in this form. I arrived, I go to the gym, I'm diner, and watch series with my wife, and I go to my bed. And this when I arrive in my bed, I need to turn off my cell phone, my bed. I don't will go to study more in my bed because I stay wake up very very time and I slept no more uh, no more time and I need slept more time. But if is this week today it's the second week in my new routine, and now I told for my wife here, it's good. The second week we getting because it's difficult. I prepare my I don't know English marmitas, and this week was the first week I don't have both food in deliveries, for example, and all days we ate our foods. It's a simple food, but nice, but it's healthy. And that's it.
Yeah, I know that's complicated. Implement a specific routine like that, and I know that's complicated to change some things. So
Mhm.
it's not easy to do that, but it's nice, you know. You said about a specific point related to before I go to bed to stop to use your cell phone, for example. And this is a thing that I would love to do, for example. And it's not that I can't, but it's pretty difficult for me to do that. For example, to go to bed and don't use my cell phone before to go before to sleep, to fall asleep.
Mhm.
So it's it's something funny for me actually because a lot of people have problems with using a cell phone before to fall asleep, and they can't. They have insomnia, or I don't know. They don't
Mhm.
they can't go to sleep. And for me, it's the opposite. I relax when I'm scrolling on Instagram, for example, and it's it's uh it's easier for me to fall asleep using a phone or using seeing videos or something like that. It's a relaxed moment
Mhm.
for me. But I know that's not healthy, and but as I can fall asleep and I don't have problems with sleep related to that, I believe that's harder for me to change this. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe change that
Yes.
to read a book, for example, but it's hard. It's like unfair, these two options.
Yes, for me, it's a good moment and very relaxed to screen my cell phone. I don't have problem uh, with sleep. But when I in this moment to relax, it's very many reels funnies, videos funnies, the some cases many jokes, memes. We can lose time for when I came to sleep better. For me, it is disappointing. And another thing I forgot to tell, I like to read books, But normally I was both for my iPad, Kindle, and now I bought a original book in paper because I want to go to my bed and turn off no because I need to the o'clock for alarm. But I want to read for 20 minutes or half hour a book, but in paper. It's a very light, I don't, uma luz clara. I forgot this word. Because I read the article too, and I said in my last immersion yesterday or Wednesday, I don't remember when, but for was this week. When I go to the lab and we because the blue light, our eyes and our minds have the different for concentration before to sleep, and it's not so good for our body and our mind. And because this, I need to challenge my little habits for to better healthier and to get more disposition. I forgot this word. Sorry. Yes, this word in the chat. Brief light. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and I understand you. I know that, for example, Kindle is an interesting option to read a book uh,
Yes.
instead of use a cell phone or a tablet or
Mhm.
a computer at all.
Kindle
Uh,
don't have the blue light
yeah,
because this.
exactly. And these kind of device simulate like a real book, but it's not of the same compared to a real book, you know.
Yeah.
Even is simulating that is not a real book. So it's even a screen, you know. So it would be
Hmm.
nice if you change that for don't use screens, for example, and use a real book, paper, physical paper, and all these ideas. So I understand you. I would like to implement that. I will try. I will try. It's a nice point.
Yes. Yes. And we have for me, for example, I stay in front of my laptop with my cell phone at my job or my personal cell phone during all days. And at night we need to take care with our eyes, because it's important to preserve. I forgot the specific name of the how can like two corners because the blue light is really harmful our vision, harmful.
Yeah, I don't know exactly the consequence and the bad points, but I know that, for example, when you have a lot of blue light, and when you spend a lot of time using a screen with blue light, for example, you have so tired, your eyes get so tired, you know, so it's complicated to when you spend, I don't know, 8 hours, 10 hours a day, using
Hmm.
screens, and your eyes will get tired, so it's complicated
Yes,
uh,
exactly.
to do that. But okay, pretty nice. Let's go. I will jump to question number 11 right now. Have you ever been addicted to a game or an app? And which one have you been addicted to, for example? Let me know, Diogo, about you.
Sometimes in my life, I have little addicts. One time when I bought my Xbox game in Call of Duty, but in this time we have the CG for play. And now for me it's very boring because I see my my son played with the online friends. It's for me very crazy. I like to be here in my home, in my sofa, in front of my TV. In this time, I bought a new TV, LCD, LCD, for playing my Call of Duty. It's nice. In this time, really, I stayed a little addict. And I have, uh, if I don't know if I have yet, but I like photo and watch. I don't have more. I like it so much. Ah, yes, I had Candy Crush. Candy Crush. How long time I don't play, but when I start, I stayed for one period a little victim.
Yeah, that's nice because I was remember that when I was young, I would love to play Need for Speed, you know. It's a
Need
car
for
game.
Speed. Yes. Oh.
GTA as well. Grand Theft Auto. I don't know how to say that in English. And I would love to play this kind of games. But for example, nowadays I have an Xbox, Series S, and it's nice.
Mhm.
I have a lot of games. Actually, I I have some games. For example, FIFA and Red Dead Redemption 2, I think,
Red
and
Redemption.
it's nice games, but I don't know. I don't have this feeling about to spend a lot of hours playing anymore, you know. I don't know.
Hmm.
It's strange. I get bored with some time playing that, and I don't know. I get like engaged on a game, for example, about FIFA, for example, if I'm playing against a friend, you know, for example, to play
Hmm.
against someone. But when I'm playing alone, it's so boring, you know. I play like two games, two match, and that's okay. I need to do something else.
Yes,
And yeah, it's interesting.
another day I tried to play with my son. I don't remember the game, but he like to Call of Duty. And
Mhm.
I guess when I and my son will be a team, you know. When I look in my son killing me, blah 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 blah. Yes, I don't understand this game because I don't get to play attention in the phone. Many people talking in my don't know. I don't know. For me, it's very strange, it's nice. I think today I have 4 years old. You know, I'm tired. I have many problems. I work a lot. I need to speak English very well for growth in my career. I need I need to have a focus. And today my focus is learning English, my family, and my work. And I need to take care of my body and my mind. And maybe for this, I don't like more the game is the. I like it so much to play FIFA. I like it. I like, but my son, it's played now in his times. I think because we very strange because he doesn't never wanted to play soccer within the game but for me now, serious, I need I have been addicted. It's a talking.
Yeah, that's nice. And I really feel you because actually sometimes when you are playing a game or spending this kind of time, you feel like guilty because oh man, I should be learning English, I should be working, I should be studying something or something like that. So it's not always positive, but I feel the same, you know. Sometimes it's complicated when you have a lot of things to do, you have a lot of obligations. It's
Yeah,
sometimes complicated to spend a lot of time playing something
exactly.
or just
Yes.
relax.
You are sure.
Sorry,
You are sure.
sorry. But okay. And what about you, Mariana? Let me know your opinion. Have you ever been addicted to a game or an app, for example?
When I was young, I was very addicted. I even ran away at home to play with my friends at night, and my father was to f- to after me to brigar. Ele brigou comigo. But I focus today. Nowadays I focus on one game, and I could lose the time playing. Uh, Unfortunately, I have this problem. So if I'm playing a game that I like, I will play this game without look the time. For instance, I love the games, and I would play again the game of Dead Island. I love Dead Island. So, and I like to play games with uh, multiple path, depending of your choices. So when I'm playing, I focus in the game and I lost the time. I think it's like a kind of addiction. Uh, yeah, no, for a little short time, yes, it's addiction. But when I'm not playing a game that I'm interested, I will do other things.
Yeah, I believe that it's somewhat relative the idea about to be addicted, and I believe that's just a problem if you aren't doing other thing important for you, like working or studying something that you need because of this addiction, because of you are playing a game or because you are scrolling on social media or
Oh,
procrastinating something. So I
also,
believe about this.
I
Yeah, go
think it
ahead.
is Instagram. When I'm working, I have this problem. I always watch my social medias, and I
Yeah.
having trouble to focus on my work. So I try to sometimes stop myself and focus just in work because I work from home. But I have, como que fala, meta on the work. I work with tickets, solving tickets. So I have one goal. Yes, I have one goal. For instance, of solve 40 tickets in a day. And I try to do that, even with the problem of using social media.
Yeah, I think that's the same idea about FOMO when you are working or doing something and you have this feeling about, well, I want to check the social media, I need to
Yeah,
see what's happened.
yeah.
It's always happen and it's difficult as well. But okay, let me go back to the question number 8. I think we have time for one more question. So, have you ever had an argument with someone online, for example, and how have you resolved it? Or if you didn't that, let me know as well. Let me know about you, Mariana.
Um, I don't think I had one discussion with someone, an argument. I think just in the work one time, with one colleague mine, I disagree with one opinion of him. So yeah, just one time I was a little bit it was a little bit difficult for me when I was in person with my colleagues. I was a little harsh. So no, just one time.
But when you use social media, for example, I don't know if you use Twitter or Instagram a lot, you usually see about discussions or some opinions, or you read comments a lot, for example.
I don't know. For me, it's a loss of time to discuss with or argue with someone. I don't like
Mhm.
it. I like just to see. I know everyone will have one opinion, and for me, I really don't care. I have my opinion. It's all.
Yeah, I would love to be like that. Actually, I don't argument or I don't discuss a lot with people, but I read the comments a lot, and I see a lot of opinions on Twitter, for example, and sometimes mainly about politics, it's complicated to see some opinions, and actually I I'm like angry about this. I feel or I have felt or I don't know. I feel like angry reading that, but I don't create a discussion or I don't enter on a discussion, but I
Yeah,
just get angry to just to read.
it's boring. If you argue with someone, the person will never change what
Yeah.
their opinion. So it's better you keep to yours and the people uh kept to theirs. So uh it's different. I don't know. I don't like to work.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's pretty difficult to change some opinions, and that's okay. Maybe it doesn't worth it the time that you are spending doing that. So yeah, I agree with you. And what about you, Dio? Let me know your opinion.
I never discussing online. Never. Because today anything do you talk in my I think my opinion when you express your opinion we have in internet don't rules and when anything you talk it can be come back with you, because I think the people don't have more patience, don't have more empathy for listen to think about another opinion, to respect principally, and I never. Sometimes I joked with football, I'm Corinthians, but now never, never, never more. In WhatsApp group about your family, we have fighting because any bad topics, idiotic topics, imagine it, online, in Instagram, LinkedIn now. It's crazy. Do you repair? All days, I know, inclusive, I know the Philip in LinkedIn fighting with a hater. Yes, when Philip, I promise your fluency 12 months, I don't know. The rated pow, pow, pow in Felipe. Now this time I look in this guy. I look at the Felipe profile. I look at talk because it is I'm here. But I never discuss. But Felipe it's necessary. But for Felipe it's necessary. It's
Yeah,
crazy. The word is
sometimes
crazy.
it's a strategy, and it's important to
Yes,
to do that. So I understand. I pretty agree with you. Pretty nice.
that's
So
nice.
yeah. Sometimes it's nice to just to see that. Sometimes it's funny to read as well. A lot of time I get angry, but sometimes I'm laughing about something and it's funny, and that's okay. That's nice.
Yes,
Um, so we don't have time for more questions, and I would like to send here on the chat the link of the survey. As you said, you can say what did you think about the immersion and suggest other topics. I hope you enjoyed the conversation as well. I hope to see you on the next time, and I see you. Okay, thank you.